Summer training happened so fast. Summer training became a foreman. It's a blast. I don't know. Hi everyone, welcome to this training Thursday for today, the last day of April.
Wow.
Thursday, April the 30th, 2026. I'm Jordan Bateman, Vice President Communications, Independent Contractors and Businesses Association. I should need the sign language for that. Maybe I'll work on
we
that
should find
next
that
time.
out.
Joined as always by
Kerry Vitale, Manager Member Services for ICBA. I can't believe it's April 30th.
Yes, it is April 30th. Now I'm all thrown off because I was going to say Vital by name, Vital by nature, Deb's bouncing baby girl, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Don't mess with the boilerplate.
Sorry.
It hurts my brain.
I know.
It hurts my brain.
At least we're not recording this at 3 p.m. like we did last week when we were very punchy.
Very punchy and ready to go home. It is April 30th. It is hard to believe that we are 4 months into this year. How is time flying like this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh boy, and we're coming into our busiest events season for the next few weeks because we've got obviously our Meet the Generals Vancouver next month, which is next month starts tomorrow. Then we have Meet the Generals Kelowna in June, Meet the Generals, Golf in July, Meet the Generals Victoria and Edmonton in September. So yeah. We're very busy people right now.
We're meeting a lot of generals. I believe that is the
we are meeting a lot of generals.
Moral of the story.
Yeah.
So events.icba.ca for all of that good stuff. Okay,
yes.
Let's talk about the featured course this week. And then I want to talk about how I love it when we put in the comments from previous participants.
Yes, so the featured course this week is Lead to Succeed, Leadership Skills for Foremen. It is May 12th and 13th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific, so a full 8 hours, taught by Tony Healy, who does some of our other leadership-related courses. This course will give you tools to better understand your own leadership strengths, how to motivate others, and how to listen and communicate better with your team. If you attend, you also get 2 free hours of one-on-one personal leadership coaching, not mandatory for course completion, but yeah. So you're going to learn things like defining and describing leadership, motivation, culture, and communications, and a whole bunch more.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
Well, and people love Tony. Like,
they do.
Crazy
yeah.
stuff. Like, so, we compile, previous participants said.
We take surveys.
We take surveys. And the surveys are unreal. Like, listen to this. The course was incredibly inspiring. Tony was engaging, charismatic, and shared many personal experiences. The sharing was brave and powerful. Highly recommend. Like, okay, 5 stars, no notes.
There you go.
Fantastic. Tony went on his way to ensure we all felt connected. He was awesome. Tony was thought-provoking, kept my interest high. Finished the course feeling inspired. I'm like, man, should I become a 4-person? Do I become a foreman? Like, do I need these leadership skills? Tony went out of his way to ensure we all felt connected. Very important when delivering a course this way.
Yes.
You can bet those folks were some of the ones who picked up on the extra 2 hours of
most definitely.
Individualized chatting with Tony, which is a little side benefit that he doesn't have to do.
Nope.
But
it is free.
Cares enough about the folks who are taking this course to do it. So that's pretty cool. May 12th.
May 12th and 13th.
May 12th and 13th. May 12th, which is Indy's birthday. My daughter.
Ooh, there you go.
She turns 23.
I can't believe this.
23, which is impossible.
I can't handle this. Exactly.
Yes, 4 hours each day, which is great because then you can actually do your real work in the afternoon.
This is real work. Attending training still counts as real
Sorry,
work.
It's real work, but then I think it's probably better because if you were doing a full day all in one day, you would feel the need to have a screen open where you're kind of keep an eye on everything at work. Yeah. But 4 hours, you can kind of disconnect from that, at least brain-wise, and focus on this. So
yeah, exactly.
I didn't mean to say real work. Training is real work.
Right?
Yeah. Kerry gets upset when I say that.
I do.
Kerry, what's going on in the world of apprenticing?
We are rapidly growing as usual. I believe we are now at almost 3,100 apprentices, if not more. We also now apprentice people in Alberta, so I'm not sure if we ever release that publicly, but yes, we do. So we have several companies in Alberta who are taking advantage of our apprenticeship sponsorship there. So yeah, we are growing rapidly.
Growing rapidly?
It's great. No, it's really exciting. It's always really good to chat with apprentices or companies, etc., help them with anything that they need. We're really good at paperwork here at ICBA in the apprenticeship department. So yeah, anyone who ever needs help, please feel free. Email me, Kerry@icba.ca, Kerry. And yeah, I'm happy to chat about apprenticeships. Also, if you were looking for work this summer, we do have a lot of our companies starting to do some of their summer hiring, summer. So if you are looking for work, please feel free to send me an email, jobs@icba.ca, and I would be happy to circulate that one. We also do have our job board, which is en.icba.ca, where you can submit your resume there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I forgot about en.icba.ca. I should go take a look. You never know what job's going to come along in construction that's better than this job I'm doing now, but just kidding.
Don't tell Chris.
I'm much too precious for that.
Irreplaceable.
Construction minimum age is 17, isn't it?
So you have to be 16 to work in construction, 18 for some of the more high risk, so to speak, trades. But yeah, so you can start your apprenticeship in grade 10.
Yes, I think Hall though doesn't hire till 17. I think it's a Hall constructors thing.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, different companies have different rules. My my newly 16-year-old looks like he's got a landscaping job lined up for the summer. So
okay, that's good.
He'll be all tanned and buff for the fall in his grade 11 year.
I cannot believe he's going into grade 11 either, because when you started here, he was teeny tiny.
Yes. I was actually looking behind me at like some of the family photos I have on my shelves, and I'm like, they're all like little babies. I gotta get ones of that's looking like.
You need to get like the adult versions.
Exactly. People are gonna be like, oh, he has such young children. He must be very young. No, I'm old. I'm very old. Anyway, so that is all happening, yeah, like I actually met with. Am I allowed to say this? We sign confidentiality agreements for some reason for this, but we meet regularly. We meet twice a year with a group of construction associations and deputy ministers and officials from the provincial government. Nothing like proprietary. I don't know why they make us sign anything, to be honest.
Who knows?
We did have a good discussion about apprenticeships, Skilled Trades BC, and some of the investments going into that organization, how they're trying to stabilize some things, and then looking at like really renewing the curriculum. And
that's good. There's definitely some that needs that
for a long time. So I'm hopeful.
Good.
And it always helps Kerry when I can be like, well, we're your biggest customer, thanks to Kerry and her apprenticeship team. It's always nice to be able to kind of point that out because, as you know, most companies pay attention to their biggest customers.
Exactly. Well, I will say that for Skilled Trades BC that they do have a dedicated apprenticeship advisor for ICBA.
Yeah, it's just for us.
Just for me.
Hey, when you have 3,100 of them,
exactly.
And growing,
right?
You have to.
Exactly.
And one last point on all this. The job market's rough in construction at the moment, but, and it will be probably for a year or two. Mm-hmm. However, the long-term need for construction goes on. There's a number of skilled trades that we've got to have an aging workforce that need to replace. It's going to expand going forward. So this is a good time to become an apprentice. Mm-hmm. Companies are still looking for that next generation of talent.
For sure.
And if you work hard, and you show up every day, and
got a good attitude,
and you're not dummy, you're still going to be very successful in construction.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's worth the time and effort. All right.
100%.
That is all I have.
There you go.
Anything else exciting? I can't think of anything else.
Nothing really. If you haven't already joined as a member for Meet the Generals, please do. You can apply through our website, icba.ca. But yeah, you do have to be a member to join. To attend. That is the case for this one and our other Meet the Generals coming up later in the year.
Yep, perfect. All right. I should mention course description below for Lead to Succeed Leadership Skills for Foremen. You can click there. ICBA.ca/courses for all our courses. ICBA.ca/events for all of our events. I was going to say ICBA.ca/Kerry just for if you want to bask in
just
the
my entire member services.
You'll get a 404 error if you try to put that in. But nonetheless, very exciting stuff. And we will see you all next week.